People, I'm Johnny Scoville. This is Chase the Heat. I'm on a little early. I might go a little long. I'm not quite sure. Dizzy Dragon, good to see you, man. Very good to see you. Barella, good to see you. This is Chase the Heat. Says Dizzy. It is. Galactic Yachts, good to see you. I'm doing very, very well. Look at all the buses. Every single person here has got a bus. I love all of you, honestly. So since y'all have a bus, hit the like button. We'll get some more people on this. This will be a fun one. I love you guys. Jason P, good to see you. Balake, Alf. Still, everybody has a bus. Golly, how cool is that? Mr. and Mrs. Alf. I assume Mrs. Alf is with you. Barella says, the man, the myth, the chili head. Thank you very much. I had a great day, you guys. I don't know if you saw the video I did this afternoon. I ate three of these, or excuse me, one of these. I have three. I'm going to eat three tomorrow, but I ate one of these today. These are amazing. Honest to God, these are amazing. These are Louisiana creepers. What a strange pepper. Had a migratory burn, two peaks, Falls Peak, just exquisite. Really was. Scooby Doo, so good to see you. Corey Cadell, good to see you. Muckluck, good to see you. Jason P says, loved the review. Thank you. It was great. Mrs. Alf is, of course, she's here. She says hello, everyone. So good to see you, all you guys. Drunk Eddie made it jumping on the bus tonight. Very cool. Thanks for being here. Stoked to be here to catch a live chat, says Muckluck. Happy you're here too, man. Robert Springs, hello, Mr. Johnny. Happy Wednesday to you. And happy Wednesday to you too, Mr. Springs. Ray, oh my God, the creeper didn't kill you, man, right? But what an exciting pepper. Muckluck says, you a spice chili head, bro. Thank you, Muckluck. I appreciate that. AKA Heather Joy, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Manuel Pinheiro, Braden, Chaltra, Art, and Dunks. Inspired me. Can you read this? Sure can. Stumbled on your name a little bit, but yeah, I can fumble through it. Chris Fonstrom, good to see you. Robert Suter, more Gopher Everett. Yeah, cool pod. False peaks don't happen often. You know what's really funny? You're not gonna believe this, Dizzy. As the video is happening, when false peak happened, when I said, true story, when I said, it seems like it's been a long time since that's happened, and I said, I wonder, can't remember the last time. In my head, I'm thinking, I bet Dizzy knows. I swear to you, I thought that in my head. I'm like, I gotta ask Dizzy. You're the Chase the Heat historian, man. Christopher Westcott, good to see you. Cooking spaghetti with homemade meatballs and spaghetti sauce. Ray says hello, aka The Joy. Mind Games, good to see you. Thanks for being here, everybody. It'd be cool if it happened on all the creepers. Would that not be the most exciting thing? Well, you know what? Troy's got his hand in that. I know it's happened before with Seven Pots and Reapers, so I don't know. It's a very, very strange thing. I swear to you, it's only happened a few times, but one time it's gone higher. This one didn't do that. It went up and then down and came right back where it was, but boy, it was just beautiful. Bull Cow, good to see you. Just done making the world's hottest goldfish. What a great idea. It's a wonderful idea. Braden, Chaltra, Art, and Dunks. Rolled through that one a little smoother that time. Can you shout me out? You are a huge inspiration. You have it, Braden. Here's your shout out, my friend. Zach Peterman. No way. We are blessed to have the one and only Zach Peterman in the chat. Zach, you said in a comment, I think it was today, maybe yesterday, you want to hang out with me again soon. You're going to. I'm going to be in Erie on the 15th. So maybe we can make that happen. Lego, good to see you, dude. Glad I was on YouTube sneaking in 30 minutes early. Absolutely. QC Venues, good to see you. Balake, greeting Chris and Charles. Heather fills in for Tommy. It would be hilarious to fill on Chase Eat and try a pod. LOL. Listen, Heather, we have to talk. It was really funny. Tommy did a video once. I was in Reno. He ate a pepper and did the. Some of you probably saw it. A lot of you probably didn't. But very cool video. I'm not in it all. He said, "I'm Tommy Scoville. This is Chase Eaton." Did the whole video. Ate a pod like a champ. It's crazy. Muckluck, I have a question. Let me read it here. Hang on. Not really. It's a hard thing to do. Muckluck wants to know if you the hottest thing he's had is the last dab. Wants to compare that. Is there a pepper spice level I'd compare it to since pods are hotter than sauce? It's a difficult thing. Here's the thing about the last dab. It's not as hot as everybody thinks it is. It's not. You have to understand something. Think about this just for a minute. They say they said it was when they first came out. It was a couple million, wasn't it? It's supposed to be a couple million. Have you guys ever had the bomb? You know what the bomb is? It's 135,000 Scoville units. Take a teaspoon of the bomb and tell me if you think you could handle a 2 million Scoville bottle of sauce. There ain't no sauce that hot. There just isn't. Well, that's not true. Hellfire's got one now. But it's really weird to equate pods to sauces because they don't. But their sauce is hotter than the last dab, that's for sure. I'll tell you what, Chase the 84 will give the last dab a run for its money. Buy it and try some. I'm serious. It will. DKJ Solo, evening from upstate New York. Good to see you. Digital Watcher, hello. I did answer. It was the 7-pot cross with a Reaper. A lemon 7-pot cross. Thank you, Dizzy. Isn't that funny? That's crazy. It's got homegrown mini green bell peppers in it. All right, guys, let me show you what I'm eating now. I'm going to miss the chat for a few minutes. So if I haven't said your name yet, hang with me. Stick around. I'm going to eat this. And this is from Pepper Joe's. I had an interesting interaction with Pepper Joe's. We're going to talk about something controversial for just a second. Anybody ever hear of some of the problems that Pepper Joe had with seeds that they sold? Can anybody tell me if they've heard the story? This is what happened. Okay, they had some problems. And they wanted me to do some stuff for them, some reviews for them. So I messaged them. I'm going to read this to you. I don't know if I should. You guys want to hear it? I wasn't planning on this. This is why you always should plan stuff, because this could go off the rails really easily. I said, greetings. I'm sorry to be contacting you about this. And this is me talking to them. But I really feel I have to. I've had many people, probably a dozen or so, maybe more, comment that they've had bad experiences purchasing seeds from you in particular. The most recent was today. This happened. I should have addressed this. I should have told you about this. I should have read this a while ago. This happened a month or two ago. The most recent one, I haven't had this experience with any other seed vendors. It's not something I enjoy coming to you with, but it's something that needs to be addressed. The reviews I've done for you have all been very positive. To be blunt, I'm uncomfortable sending people to you. If they're going to have a bad experience, it reflects poorly on me. I'm not sure where to go from here. Perhaps you could shed some light on this for me. I want to feel comfortable doing reviews for you. Thank you for your time. So I was pretty blunt, right? Right? I was pretty blunt with them. Here's their response. Hello, Johnny. I apologize for the extremely late delay. It took them, I'm not sure who it was. It took them a month to get back to me. Johnny, I apologize for the extremely late delay. Somehow our conversation went back to the general section of the DMs, whatever that means. First, if I had planned this, I would have just read the important stuff. First of all, thank you for coming to us. We would never want you to feel uncomfortable working with us. To shed some light, a couple years ago, our seed vendors were unfortunately not sending us the correct seeds varieties, which led to having to cut some ties and solve the issues ourselves. To fix this, I'm excited that I'll go on. I'll keep reading. To fix this, we decided to test all seed varieties once our greenhouse was operative back in 2020. We've seen great results and better customer satisfaction, but we are still continuing to test seed varieties due to a large seed stock. We definitely realize the issues and are working diligently to document and resolve customer issues, and when necessary, replace vendors and growers by growing our own seed stock. This is our top priority and something that will continue indefinitely because quality is always top of mind, and we're doing our best to fix issues from the past. We hope this helps you understand why you're seeing negative comments, and if you do not wish to continue reviewing our products, we completely understand. We appreciate all the product reviews you've created in the past. You are great to work with. Please let us know if you have any other questions. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And then they went on one more little one. They said, I also want to point out that some of chili heads were right to call us out while we were going through this issue, and when they were not getting the right varieties. And we always made sure and still continue to assist them by sending them seed replacements or other seed varieties if they want to grow something different, giving refunds or providing gift cards should they want to make a purchase at our website. So I said, you made me feel much better. And that's how it ended. But the reason I read that, that's how mistakes can happen and people can get trashed. Good news, I tell you what, good news still travels. But put a good, bad news, right? Bad news travels fast. There's 42 people that heard that correction, that reframe, right? How many people have read a comment, though, about seeds, crappy seeds from Pepper Joe's, and they're done. Even though they never bought a seed, they're like, oh, stay away from Pepper Joe's. I have so much respect for Pepper Joe's for standing up. Tommy, I love you, dude. So I have a ton of respect for Pepper Joe's for owning this. I didn't get any permission to read that. But anyway, the reason I'm telling you that is I'm eating this from Pepper Joe's. It's a spicy jalapeno. No, excuse me. This is a Reaper snack. All right, so I'm going to eat this right now. But tell me that wasn't a very cool thing. Was it not? Isn't that how a business, they didn't just say, I'm sorry, this is how it happened. Here's the steps we've taken to fix it. Here's how we've tried to correct the things in the past. Man, I'll tell you something. That's how companies need to handle a mistake. You know what I mean? I'm very comfortable doing reviews for them again, for real. And I'd be comfortable sending somebody there to get seeds, having heard that. But start with the jerky. You see that it's an awfully big package for just one piece of beef jerky, one beef stick, right? There's a whole bunch of them. We ate all of them. They're very good. It's got a great spice to it. It absolutely would be too much for a non-chili head. Like Tommy's in the chat. Mama Scoville, if she took a bite of this, she'd be heated. Oh, not from this. She'd be so mad at you or me for allowing it to happen. Adam eating, much love, brother. Good night, everyone. Love the bus. Love you, Tommy. Peter Bear, good to see you. Jason Crunchnaple, good to see you. Anyway, I was just super impressed with that interaction with Pepper Joe's. If they hadn't responded, they were never going to get another review from me. What kind of meat is this? Beef. Let me read the ingredients. I don't have my glasses. When Tommy puts his glasses on, when he sits here and needs to read something, he looks like Homer Simpson. Swear to God, he does. You guys are on the boat. You've seen him put his glasses on. Tell me he doesn't look like Homer Simpson when he has his glasses on. This is a very special, by the way, a very special. The reason I started early, there's something special happening tonight. So you people, all you guys that are here, you're going to be happy in just a second. Excuse me. Hang on. We got pork, beef, dextrose, salt, contains 2% less of corn syrup, spices, monosodium glutamate, garlic, Carolina Reaper peppers. We don't need to read the rest, do we? Oleoresin. Oh, it's got extract in it too. Oleoresin of capsaicin. I never read that. Huh. Water. Sodium erythorbate. Every time I hear that, it's like an insult. You sodium erythorbate. Anyway, lactic acid, starter culture, sodium nitrate, stuffed in colored beef collagen casing, sprayed with potassium sorbate to then preserve freshness or preserve quality. It's very good. They're great. A non-Chilean they'd hate it. It would be way too hot for a non-Chilean. They could not eat it. Um, this moves my needle. This is like a solid one for me. That's a lot for a beefsteak. All right, so let me show you something special. Hold on. Not crushed. We're in good shape. All right. Tracy Freeman is a really good friend of mine. He's a wonderful guy. He and his wife Michelle are just really good people, and they're wonderful parts. The Silver Surfer, we call him. He is the Silver Surfer. And Tracy's just a good guy, and I don't know how much I should share this. He said that somebody was harassing him on social media, and he's a good guy. He's my friend. And I kind of went to his defense, and he, out of nowhere one day, he says, "You did this one day, and I didn't forget it." And he said, "I really appreciate you." And he's just a really solid guy. And he made something for me. He made just a few of them. He wanted to send one to me. So I'm going to open it right now and show it all to you. Well, we got an insanity challenge here, which is very cool. Thank you so much. Yep. Tracy's such a good guy. All right, so wow, this is so epic. Okay, he's the Silver Surfer. So he made a Silver Surfer bobblehead. How awesome. I absolutely dig it. The Silver Surfer. How cool is that? Anyway, I think that's so cool. It's got little peanuts on it. And there's a few more things in here. Tracy's such a good person. I got the best friends. I swear to you, I do. Wow. Thank you, Tracy. I'm not sure if he's here now, but I'm sure he's going to watch this because I told him I was going to do this. Oh, you know what? I'm a buffoon. I may have told him later. I think I told him a later time. There is this, which is the Carolina Reaper Rhabarber. It's a gnarly looking sucker. And it's huge. It's made with Carolina Reaper. Pardon me. Told you it was a good thing from Pepper Joe's. All right. Then we've got, holy mackerel. This is crazy. Now, I think, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't this the one that I did the first time? I did like 20 of them. Is this it? Or is it not in this? I don't remember what package it came in. I don't remember. But he gave me this. And then he gave me the new one. Oh, this is actually 2022, so this isn't the new one. Wow. You know what? I got a couple of challenges out of this. You know what? What a great guy. It's one of the best things. Can I tell you something? I think that's one that just being really honest here, I think that's one of the most appealing things. If somebody were kind of looking to find a home, maybe they're online and they stumble upon something like this, and you want to find a community of great people, there's good going around. Like, the internet sucks. YouTube sucks. It just does. There's nothing but crap online. It's a cesspool. It's a cesspool. It's just an echo chamber of crap. And when you can find a small thing, little pocket of goodness among that, I think that's very appealing to people. I don't know. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you so much, Tracy and Michelle. You guys are so great. Bill and Tom, Kalitz, Chili Surfer, Brock Bandy. Hey, Johnny, fellow Chili heads. Thanks for being here, Brock. He's the Pepper Surfer, says Robert Springs. The blue tongue, yeah, it was the one, says Lego. Thank you, Lego. The blue tongue one, pure gimmicks. Yeah, it is. Collectible. Yeah, here's the thing. I don't know if I'd collect. I wouldn't want to. I don't know. I'd keep the box because he gave them to me. If he signed them, I don't know if he signed them. He probably didn't sign them. I know this isn't signed, but I don't know. Super Day, man. Good to see you. Angela Murphy. Why does water not help when you eat a hot pepper or a hot challenge or hot pepper? You know the line that everybody says is it spreads the capsaicin around. I don't know if that's true or not. It feels like it. And the reason I say that is if you take something hot and you kind of do like a mental diagnosis in your mind, where am I burning? You're like, okay, the sides of my cheek here is where I'm burning. Take a glass of water, put it in your mouth, swish it around, and swallow it. Don't even swish it around. Just take some water and swallow it. And wait a couple seconds and then do that same diagnosis. And what you'll find is that the burn has moved all over the place. So it seems like that holds, it seems like it holds weight. Wes Lightburn, good evening, everybody. Sorry I'm late. You're not late. Just got back from the house from working in the greenhouse with my peppers. It's a good thing to do. You got to love that. The chili community is the best, says Brock Bandy. I'm good, no quarter. You got to love that name. I'm good. Thanks for asking. This has been the best pod season ever. It has been good. Okay, Vision. Let me read this here. Johnny, I just want to let you know that your channel has influenced birthday parties for me and my friends. Each party now, we line up 15 bottles of spice, order, and sit there and try to get it in the door for us. That's so cool. I love reading stuff like that. Thank you so much. Lawn Dog, my bro. Hey, Johnny, you got me really excited with today's video with Pepper and Troy People Created, right? Troy knows me. I probably wear one of his t-shirts, so I got one today after your video. It's very, very cool, Lawn Dog. Leave it out in public. And I'm leaving the little messages on paper about today's video and the pepper you shots. I know so many chili heads in my town. Let me tell you something. It's a wicked good pepper. You have no idea, like, because I didn't want to say. I did. Listen, I've done this to so many people that grow chilies. It's not like I'm friendly with all of them, right? All these are friends of mine. So when they grow a pod and they send it to me, Drew Goldie. Did I ever tell you a story about Drew Goldie? Let me tell you this story because I'm not sure if you'll see it. Probably shouldn't tell you the story. I'm going to tell you anyway. This is on William Ford, 3 months. All of my people with buses, thank you all so much for having a bus pass. And everybody who's sitting here watching right now, thank you so much. But let me tell you about this thing that happened with Drew because I was able to tell Troy the truth that it was a hot pepper. I couldn't lie to him. We were filming for the show that I'm in. And I got a camera facing me, one here, and a drone filming me from above. I'm not even kidding you. And Drew was there, and I'd done a review of his sauce. I think I may have eaten a few of his peppers years ago, but I never met him in person. So I met him in person, and he says, Elder's Revenge is the name of his sauce. It's the name of his pepper. It's named after his dog that died, Elder. And it's the whole business is based on this Elder's Revenge. And I'm like, so I got this camera, it's right here. I got one there, watch me, one buzzing over my head, and he hands me the pepper, and I throw a few questions out just to prompt action. And they said, "So you mind eating this in front of me? It would be an honor." I'm like, "Of course, man." So I said, I ate it. I chewed the pepper up and I swallowed it, and right after I'm done eating it, I was gonna try to be as nice as I can, telling him that it tasted good, without avoiding the fact that it really wasn't hot. And one of the people on the crew firing questions said, "So is it a contender, Johnny?" All of a sudden, I could feel beads of sweat forming on me. I'm like, no, not even close. And it wasn't even close. And I didn't say it wasn't close. He goes, is it a contender? I went, nope, it's not. I'm sorry. And man, when I said that, you would have thought that I said his baby was ugly or something, or said something about his mom. He looked so upset. I said, I'm so sorry, man. I really am. Then he says, he was like, I got this other pepper you may want to try. You want to try it? I said, what is it? He goes, it's an accidental cross. And man, anybody who's a chili head, you say accidental cross. I'm like, what now? Because yeah, it was a couple. I don't know what the plants are, but there was a primatali and a couple next to it. I went, you got a primatali accidental cross? I said, let's have it. They brought it over, and it was a small little one. I mean, it was thank God it happened because it saved the moment. It was hot as can be, and really a great pepper. But I've had to tell people that their peppers aren't hot. I don't lie to anybody about peppers, about anything. I don't lie to people. I don't want to get caught in a lie. So I just tell the truth. I'd rather get caught in the truth than a lie. So I told Tom Brooms a couple times his peppers weren't that hot. So today when I ate that, I was nervous. I'm like, man, if it's not hot, I've gotten good at like creatively complimenting a sauce without saying that, even when I said, oh, I don't particularly care for it, but obviously people like it. You've heard me say things like that. It works for people, it just doesn't work for me, that kind of thing. I was in my head, I'm like, what am I going to say if this isn't going to be, if it isn't hot? But man, they were hot right away. Louisiana creeper. Like I have held these and looked at them probably for an hour. I know it's ridiculous, but you have to understand, man. Chase the Heat started in 2016. This pepper was created a year before the channel was started. I knew about the creeper already because everybody had heard about it. I mean, it was he posted pictures on it. No one had eaten one. He made a powder with it. But man, what a pepper! And man, to have a migratory burn first, it was burning like gums up here. Like if you pulled your lip up and wiped a pepper up there, that's what it burned like. And my throat was burning. And then that just stopped. And then it just started down on the bottom. Just like if you just like you were dipping with Reaper powder or something. But it switched. Then this one stopped burning at all. And it burned down here. I was like, so strange. And right after that, it climbed again. It was just the strangest thing. Very cool. I enjoyed that a lot. That was the Louisiana creeper, Raymond Calderon. It was very hot. Here's what I would say about it. Well, I wouldn't say it's the hottest pepper, like it's the hottest pepper on the planet. What I will say is it's as hot as the hottest primatali I've ever eaten. Like, I'm not prepared to say it's hotter than the primatali. What I'll say is it's absolutely as hot as the hottest primatali I've ever had. And thank God, because it would have been a horrible video if I wasn't able to say that. It would have been terrible. You know what? When it was really, really hot, I don't know. I never watched my own videos, ever, ever, ever. But because this was a premiere, it was a really important video. I felt honored that Troy asked me. So because I did it as a premiere, I sat there because I was in the comments. So it was the one video. I can't remember the last time I watched a video that I made. And I could see relief on my face. I'm giggling while I'm watching the video because I could see relief that it was, thank God, it was a hot pepper because they didn't want to bum them out. Digital Watcher, I have not had a chance to try Pepper D yet. I met the gardeners at Zest Fest, this past Zest Fest. I saw it. I saw a pepper. I didn't get a chance to eat it. It was in a little blue case, a little plastic case. It was brilliant how they carried it around. It was in this little case. It was very cool. So hopefully I'll get a chance to eat it. Guys, coming up is the Weekend of Fire, Jungle Gyms, Ohio. Who's going to go? Anybody in the chat going? There's 48 of us. Hopefully somebody in this chat is going to be going. Razor Swadley, good to see you. Super Day Man, my first time eating a Reaper was an accident. Jeez, that's no good. Mislabeled bag. That's a rough introduction to a Reaper, though, I'll tell you. Hottest is a matter of subjection. You're right. No, it's not. For me, it's not. I can say this is the hottest pod I've ever had. So it's not subjective at all. I'm not saying it's the hottest pod you're ever going to eat. I'm just saying in my experience, 2,000, 4,700 videos, this is as hot as the hottest pepper I've ever had. There's nothing subjective about that. So we can agree to disagree. It's a renamed Dizzy Dragon says, Lawn Dog Johnny, also, when I made an order from Troy Primo, I sent him a note reminding him about the conversation we had in chat. Troy wrote me back, and not only that, he signed my shipment with a note. He's solid, dude. Troy is such a good guy. I've had some very funny times with him. We've had a couple. You ever have a friend where something really, really funny happens, and it doesn't matter how often you see this guy. When you get together, one of you are gonna say, "Remember when that?" We have a couple things that happen, and we do that. He and I. Josh Collins, good to see you. Not literally, but the notification is pretty much the same. Not sure what that means. Tried Reaper last weekend, bro. That was the pepper. That pepper is no punk. It's not, Raymond. It's the real deal. I'm in Missouri. I can't make it. All right, I get it. I wish I was going to Jason P. I wish, said Q Videos. I'm looking for somebody. I do the business in the name of your creator. Man, it doesn't look like anybody's going to be there. Anyway, if you're going to be, it's a 2-day event. We're going to be Blazing Foods. We're going to be releasing a new product that day. It's got a couple new products. No, just one this time. But I'll tell you something. It's probably the coolest thing. It's one of those things, too. If we didn't put a name on it, we just showed you the package and we said, take 3 guesses who made this. If you put it in front of 1,000 chili heads, 750 of them would say, that's a Blazing Food product. No joke. It's so classic Blazing Foods. It's not funny. Oh, am I psyched about it. Try to nibble of the dried out version, said Raymond. John, did you ever forage? For what? Like mushrooms and stuff, Bill Core? Not sure what you mean. Seagull Rock Swak. Good to see you. What was the flavor of the creeper, Bruce R? This is going to be a weird thing to say. A lot of times, it tastes like Chinensi Super Hot Red. It's a hard thing to describe. There was no bitterness, which was for a pepper that hot, it's kind of almost shocking. There really was no bitterness. There was no floral notes. It was super strong Chinensi or unless you taste a super hot. If you've tasted a Reaper, it's like that, but just more intense. It was just a very, very strong tasting pepper. It was great, man. It really was. It was such a fun. I can't wait. I'm gonna eat those 3 tomorrow. Oh man, I'm so excited. I bet you I'm gonna get an endorphin rush from the 3 of them. I have a funny feeling I will. And they both look like Primo peppers, which is neat. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it is cool. He's a great grower, man. And only a few times. I ate once. I ate 30. I think it was 30 Primos in the challenge, or 25 or something. And those peppers Troy grew and sent me. But anytime you get something from Troy, it's a big deal. Listen, he really is. He's like that guy really is a legend. That's not a joke. Like he can say, and like he has to own it. He has to say, you're right. It's true. It just is. He is. So how hot was the creeper, Mark Garcia? It got to a 4. I don't want to say it went to a 5, maybe a 4.5 on my scale. But so I'm going to address that real quick. Somebody left a comment and they said, "How could it be a 4? It's the hottest pepper, like one of the hottest peppers you ever had, and it's a 4. How is that? How does that make sense?" I don't have like a scale for peppers, and then a scale for hot sauce, and then a scale for powders, and then I have a scale when I hurt myself, that pain scale. I just have one pain scale, period. That's it. And that's how I operate. I don't know how people can do it any other way. I don't do it. People do it another way. It's just how I work. So I don't think I can't, in the last 15, 20 years, I don't think I've had a pod that got me past, a single pod that got me past a 5. It's just the way I'm wired. I have a high tolerance to pain. So but like a 1 for me is a normal person's 7 for pain. And I'm being honest. It's not a brag thing. I'm really not. So if I'm at a 3, somebody else is shooting past a 10. So if I'm at a 4, I promise you, a chili head, that's going to be a 12 for any chili head. I give you my word. You're not going to find a whole lot of chili heads aren't going to tell you that that's a 10. That's not a 10. I mean, a couple challenge guys, or competition guys that do that for a living, that do, there are a couple guys like me that do this for a job. they'll be able to tolerate it. It might be like a 7 or 8 for somebody with a wicked high tolerance. But I'm telling you, man, a non-chili, first of all, a non-chili head could not eat that. There's just no way. You'd spit it out. You couldn't force the physical movement of swallowing that. You couldn't convince your body to do it. Your body would just reject it. There's no way. It'd be funny to see it try, though. So it was very, very hot. It was as hot as it gets. It wasn't like the first time I ate a prima tale. Instantly, it was like, wow, that's the hottest pepper I've ever eaten, ever. This wasn't like that, but as it climbed, it got to that. It got to the hot, like the hottest pepper I've ever had is the chocolate reaper. This season was the hottest pepper I ever had, and the creeper today matched that. And the cool thing is, it's called the creeper, which is kind of a double thing going on there, because it does creep up. It does. While it was hot right out of the gate, it really was right, just like that. It was hot, but it still had that ramp like that. It took a while to really get going. Next, Lennon, good to see you. Bruce R is 10 panic mode. Then yeah, here's the thing. I've gotten pretty close. I've gotten to a 10 probably 3 or 4 times. I just don't like saying 10, so I'll say it's 9-9 or whatever, 9-9-9-9. What I did last year, I tried to eat 30 prima tales. You guys remember that? I tried to eat 30 chocolate prima tales and ate 15 of them. That was really close to panic mode. That was probably more worse than the panic mode video. As far as really being close to freaking out, that was about as close as I get. That was bad. Bob Angel, good to see you from Ontario, Canada. Good to see you. Doc, thanks for being here, man. Digital Cheeseburger, Reaper, also Roger on Hot Dang, tried Pepper D, claims it's hotter than the Prima Tale. That's what he says. I heard he said it was hotter than a Reaper. I didn't hear he said it was hotter than a Prima Tale. I didn't watch the video yet, but I heard he said that it was hotter than a Reaper. Listen, here's the thing. This is a really good thing. I don't have a dog in the fight. I can't be bought. You've seen, if you were here earlier about the Pepper Joe thing, I don't lay down for anybody, and I'm not a sucker. You know what I mean? So if the Pepper D or Pepper X or whatever other pepper that comes my way, if it's the hotter than the creeper or it's hotter than the Prima Tale, I give you my word on the destination spot of my soul. I will tell you the truth about it. I have no reason not to. You know what? Telling you the truth makes for good video, because even when it bums somebody out, it's still good content. So that's the way it's going to be. So if I eat a Pepper X and it's hotter than the Prima Tale, promise you I'll tell you. Same thing with Pepper D or anything else. Right now, with my experience that I've eaten, Dizzy Dragon, you watch more pepper videos probably than anybody else, and you have documented lots of other people like me that do what I do. Who do you think can do this, saying they've eaten more peppers on video than any other person alive? Do you think you'd have a guess who that could be? I'd be willing to bet you it's probably me. I don't think you'd find a whole lot of people that have eaten more peppers on video than I have. It kind of makes me an expert at it. I'm not an expert grower, but I'm an expert at eating them. I'm an expert at describing them. I don't like saying that. I don't like saying I'm an expert at anything, but I happen to be an expert at that. But I earned it. It was hard. Blazing Food should come to Pittsburgh. That would be fun. Travis W, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Bizzle, I love you, man. My plants finally started pods. I'm thrilled. Wow, Bizzle's got pods growing. He's got Reapers on his porch. Bizzle, I love you, man. Horn Dog, the Carolina Reaper, is now the 4th or 5th hottest pepper in the world now. I can easily tell you 5 pods I've had that were hotter than a Reaper. Okay, let's go through it right now. I've had a 7-pot brown that was hotter. I've had a BTR. I've had a bootless scorpion that was hotter. I've had a jigsaw that I think was hotter. It was a gator jigsaw. One of the jigsaws was hotter. I've had 7 pots that were hotter than the Reapers. I've had every Prima Tale I've ever had is hotter than a Reaper. The Creeper's hotter than the Reaper. There's 7. You know what I mean? And I've said this before in other videos. We're in a day and an age where everything is Reaper heat. There's probably 50 super hots that are Reaper level heat. I'm not fooling you. Just the way it is. Yeah, well, you didn't think that pepper was going to be the hottest forever. Who knows who Michael Phelps is? You guys know who Michael Phelps is? He's that giant dude. He's like 6'5". He has every swimming record in the books. He blew Mark Spitz, who had every record before him. He had 7 gold medals. He blew Mark Spitz records away so bad that it was almost ridiculous. There's this new dude from France, and in like a matter of a couple weeks, broke every single record that Mark Phelps ever hold. Mark Phelps does not hold a world record anymore, not one. How about that? Isn't that crazy? Nothing lasts forever. You know, the person who has the most home runs, that ain't gonna last. The person with the most touchdowns, that ain't gonna last either. The person with the most Wimbledons, that ain't gonna last either. Trust me, it's not. It just isn't. It's my opinion. Don't disrespect them. What are you referring to? You said don't disrespect them. Who did I disrespect? I'm kind of curious. Josh Collins, look up a Chilean, or are you the GOAT? Nah, I'm just a Chilean. I'm happy just to get at least 5 to send you. Bizzle, I should come and eat one with you is what I need to do. I have your address. Maybe we can make that work. How cool would that be? That would be pretty cool. Chocolate Bootla. Yeah, chocolate Bootla. Good call. I totally forgot about the chocolate Bootla Lego. Chocolate Bootla for sure. Absolutely. Just is. Lawn Dog, Johnny, even if someone creates a new hottest pepper, you and I both know growing conditions all have an influence. All these peppers and kairos are not planted by the average person. Yeah, you're right. You're exactly right. And the truth is, think about this. Think of what a guessing game it is. You can't look at a plant and go, this plant's I've got 500 pepper plants here for pepper W, but this plant's going to have the hottest. You can't know. You're taking peppers and you're giving them a sample. There's not, and that if you look at a plant and you snag 2 peppers off it, I'm telling you, if you have 2 different peppers, they're going to have 2 different flavors, 2 different heats, 2 levels of heat. Thank you, Charlie. I love you, man. Appreciate you. Charlie's my fast gun. Don't play with Charlie. Charlie's got the hammer. I'd be stoked. We'd have to eat something for sure, Bizzle. We would. Maybe I can make that happen. I'm serious. I got a lot of stuff coming up, but that would be, boy, would that be epic. I would love that. Scooby, Johnny, if my boyfriend and I could send you it, would you try our 2 sauces? His is pure death spiral. Mine is Black Prince. I scream Scorpion with a few death spiral. Threaten me with a good time, Scooby Dooby. Yeah, do me a favor, Scooby. Email me at chasetheheat@gmail.com and we can make that happen. That'd be fun. I dig you, Scooby. So is my brother. Wheelchair Preacher, good to see you, man. Hope they're hot. Bizzle, they're gonna be. Here's the thing. Even if you grow a Reaper plant and it does not end up being a screaming plant, they're still going to be hotter than sin. They really are. I promise you, Johnny. I'm going to make the ghost jump. I think I'll be fine. I can do 5 halves right now. Next, Lennon, if you can slam 5 halves, you're good for a ghost pepper. Here, just to be sure though, the very first time you do it, love you, Charlie. Thank you. The very first time you do it though, next, Lennon, just take half a pepper. And if you're going to do half a pepper, don't cut it. If the pepper is this here, if the pepper is this way, don't cut it this way in half. Cut it this way in half. So you're getting half the placenta. You're getting half of the pepper. If you only cut this, you're getting a false idea of how hot the pepper is because there won't be any placenta or anything in the tip of that pepper, and it's going to be much less hot than if you just ate that. You follow me? I speak the truth. Marketing from people that worked at Pepsi marketing and maybe higher power, Dizzy Dragon says. Drew V, I love you, dude. Thanks for being here. Horn Dog, after Ghost, what's the next pepper to try and eat? You're the man, Johnny. 5 years ago it would have been the Reaper. The Reaper's not the pepper to eat anymore. If you're looking to eat the hottest, it depends on what you're looking for. Are you just looking to push your limit? Because here's the thing. There's a couple ways you can do it. You can keep looking for different peppers along the path, or you can just get Primatalis and just. But if you're not a chili head, If you just got primatalis, you could start by eating just this much of a primatali. All right? Even if you have no tolerance whatsoever, if you ate that much of a primatali, it's not going to kill you. And then just start eating a little bit more. So you could literally go from nothing to chili head eating primatalis to get there. You just got to do it really intelligently because you can get out of control and make a mistake very easily. You know what I mean? So where to go next? I don't know. Go big or go home. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm joking with the go big or go home. Whatever you decide to do is probably what's right for you because you're feeling it. Scotch bonnets are. We already passed that. 7-pot primos are great. Give them a shot. They taste good. Hey, Johnny, so happy to be here after a rough day. Nolan Cross, I saw that. I'm sorry you had a rough day, bro. Hang in there. Plus, I just ordered a skeleton shirt you would love. It needs to be in a video. You're a rock star, Bizzle. Valentine's extra hot picante, hot, not hot, by the way. He did too, right? Isn't it? Which was the one that says one drop? Be careful. One drop is all it takes. I get saying it's a really hot sauce. But to say one drop is all it takes, you better have a ridiculous sauce if you're going to say one drop is all it takes. Even for non-chili heads. Even for a non-chili head. My mom does not eat hot stuff. If she took one drop of that and put it on her eggs, she'd be like, what am I going to do with that? And my mom's not a chili head. Aren't these peppers great? I love them, man. Very, very cool. So, to be fair, though, my boyfriend and I are spice crazy. You know, we all are. Look, we're all broken like that, Scooby. Don't sweat it, man. NZ, good to see you, NZ. Glad you're here. My whole family thinks I'm nuts. Everybody in this, hey, listen, put a 1 in the chat. If you're in the chat watching this and you've got friends or family that say that you're nuts, put a 1 in the chat. Here, you know what? I'll start it out for everybody. You got friends or family. Look at this. Is gonna be fun. This is gonna be hilarious. There's 48 people in the chat. Watch the ones. Every one of us, man. Every one of us. It doesn't matter if you're a chili head 2 weeks in the game. If you're 2 weeks into the game, you have people that say you're nuts. There's a lot of. I love that. Look at all those ones. Nothing but chili heads. There's a heart in there too. Drew V, so I watched a video yesterday of a guy eating pepper D. It looks like a mustard pod. The guy said it's hotter than a primatali. He did say that. He's had both. Yeah, it's Roger. That's Roger. So it's Roger is saying it is. So that's his take on it. I won't know. I'll have to try it. My take so far is that nothing the only thing that's come close to the primatali so far is this. I think Troy should cross this with a yellow fatali. Because the fatali is what makes the primatali. The addition of the fatali genes is what makes that coupled with the primatali. So it makes that burn so aggressive. I think that would make a vicious pepper. Doc, Johnny, I got to tell you, the tolerance building is crazy. After having doomed hot sauce, it makes me able to take 1 million diction like it's nothing. Yeah, tolerance build. Here's the thing. Tolerance builds quick, but it drops quicker. Like if you take a day off, you'll feel it. It's true. My boss and coworkers say I'm crazy, says Charles. Mind game. Yep. Me neither, Bizzle. Bizzle say, nope, nobody wants my snacks, Bizzle says. The creeper has a great shape. It does, Diz. It's a great pepper, man. I'm just so relieved. I'm telling you, I was excited last night about eating it, but I was laying in the bed thinking, man, I mean, seriously, if it was somebody I didn't know, it's like, look, it's not the hottest pepper. Sorry. But this pepper, he tested at 1.9 in 2016 is the year he tested it. 2016. So he's been sitting on that forever. I mean, it's a great pepper. It really is. And it's a great name too, Louisiana Creeper. I love that name. Glad that possibly the new Haas pepper contender is coming from my state, says Drew. Yeah. Well, you know what? He's a great grower, man. There's a lot of people who just take a seed, stick it in the ground, and hope for the best. Troy ain't one of those guys. Neither is Tom Broom. Neither is Pickles. Neither is Linda. Every grower I know has got something they do. And there was a few that carry over, like multiple people do. But every single one of them does something that nobody else does. Because I've seen it. And I know what they are. It's pretty funny. It's pretty cool. And every one of them thinks it's giving them all the edge, and it might be. I don't know. NZ, what is Pepper D? NZ is asking. But the Gardners, Mike and Tammy Gardner, have a pepper. I'm not sure of the origin. Heard rumors. I don't know. It looks like a mustard pod to me. I've seen it up close. You know what it looks like to me very closely as far as the shape. It looks very reminiscent of a mustard bootla. So if you've ever seen what a mustard bootla looks like, it looks very much like a mustard bootla. But they say it's a new creation that they've cultivated, and that it's a monster. So I don't think until I eat it no different, I'll take them at their word. So, and Roger's eating a lot of pods, so it's obviously a contender, or he wouldn't say that. Bizzle, I'm glad I found this channel and everyone here. Boy, Bizzle, you know what? I'm glad I found you, dude. You know what? The best people always seem to find it. Look at this. There's 48 of the best people right here. Rich Newton, I love you, dude. Good to see you. The pic I posted of Troy's powder is still very fun. Isn't that great, Rich? You still have some of that. That's amazing. That's a wicked hot powder, man. I hope Mindy's good. You tell Mindy I said hi, Rich. Look at this, Mr. Wheelchair Preacher. Can't wait to see my first pepper after this past 7 days of none. Oh, yeah, it's fun. You know what? Jeff Remmert, my friend Jeff, is looking out his window, and now from his porch, he can look out his window and see fruit on the plants. And now every day, when you're a grower, every single day is different. And they get to a point where they just start exploding, and that's exciting stuff. Yeah, you got a lot of fans here, Bizzle. We got a lot of love in this place for you. Troy Primo, if you review this chat room, I make a request that you release this pepper. Hopefully, he won't. Listen, he's not going to release it yet. It's not stable yet. When it's stable, even then, I'm not sure what he's going to do. I don't know. It's a weird thing. How do you roll it out to monetize it the best way for you? Do you realize for so long, so many people, well, look, there are still people that think that the ghost pepper is the hottest pepper. I'm just making a point. You know how long it's going to take to educate the country that the Reaper is not the hottest pepper anymore? Do you have any idea? And it's not my job isn't to educate the country on what the hottest pepper is. My job is just to review peppers and report what they are. You know what I mean? And everybody that asks me, because I'm asked constantly, what's the hottest pepper, I tell them. But he's not going to sell the seeds. Here's the thing: if you sell the seeds, okay, there's a couple ways you can do it. You can become a product seller, and you can make sauces out of the creeper. He can make sauce out of the creeper. He can make powder like he's done in the past. He can make a ton of products using creeper as the heat source and sell those, right? And he can monetize it, make money that way. Or Bolt Neck, what a great name. I kind of prefer a neck through design, to be honest with you. But it's a great name. So he can sell product, all right, and keep everything to himself. The other way he can sell it is by selling seeds. But you know how many seeds you have to sell? And here's what happens. After one season of seeds, you're not the only guy that has those seeds to sell anymore. So let's say Troy's got 20,000 of these seeds, and he starts selling them. He'll sell them like that. I mean, he would sell them. He'd sell 20,000 in 2 days. I promise you. They'd be gone. Within a year, there'd be 1,000 people selling creeper products, selling pods, selling seeds. And then it's the same thing with Reaper. It would go the way of the Reaper. Everybody in the world, everybody who grows. Listen, I would say that 80% of the people that grow Reapers don't eat them, don't even touch them. But so many people grow Reapers. So you can be a seed seller and make your money that way, but you can't. And you can sell product, and you can kind of do both. But it's really one or the other is going to be where you're going to kill it. The advantages of selling seeds is they're super light, they're easy to mail, they're very little to store forever. There are a lot of good benefits to sell seeds, but I don't know how he's going to do it. He's done well with the sauces, the Swampadelic, and he's got some Premonition. He's got some great sauces, and the Farmer's Daughters products, they're amazing. I don't know if he ever. I don't know. He could theoretically never ever release it. Never release it and just make products with it for the next 10 years, and then at 10 years, I'm going to sell the seeds. Who knows? Melissa, Evil Llama's here. Melissa, is that boy? That's twice I've seen you put in timeout, Mike. If you do that again, I might make that timeout personal. There's something going on. One of you guys email me after. Don't do it now. But email me after and tell me what that was all about, and I will make a determination if that ban is permanent. Thank you. Keeping the peace here. No capsaicin in the hospital. Not even Pico. Oh, bro, I'm so sorry. Hang in there. Melissa's 7 Deadly Seeds. It is her. Hi, Melissa. Good to see you. Eva Lama. Caught you twice in a row. I better play the lottery. Love you, dude. I've had half the lemon starburst before, but never more. Johnny, that's why the first thing Troy should do, says Lawn Dog, is create a sauce with his new pepper. And once the world gets out, that's new sauce. Let's see what happens. Pretty exciting pepper. Here's the thing. The other thing you got to think about is if they release it, do you think people are only going to grow the creeper? Or do people have all kinds of cool ideas of things they can cross the creeper with? Right? Think of how many bizarre reaper crosses are there. How many have I done on this channel? Like the lemon, there's so many crosses. I mean, there's inevitably going to be 6 different color phases of the pepper. Then there's going to be, it's exciting. Very exciting. I like the heat that gives me hiccups. Probably make my day. Razor Swaddly, I'm jealous of people who get hiccups. Never happens to me. Looks like it hurts. I think it'd be fun. So how cool is my man Tracy? Isn't that neat? This was a good day, man. I ate a great pepper that's just, the pepper has been around longer than this channel has. That's crazy. Someone made a comment and said, wait a minute, did you say it was created in 2015, but no one's eaten one? How is that possible? That's why today was so special. You guys get that, right? That was amazing. I mean, there's a lot of people he could have said, hey, can you review this? You know what I mean? There's a lot of people he could have given that to. He gave that to me, man. Can I tell you something funny about that video? Do you want to know something funny? I'll tell you something funny about that video. Oops. Give me a second. Sorry. Be nice, Technodrone. It's a family show, dude. All right, so that video has only been up for 9 hours, and it has 7,500 views already. So that's kind of a good thing. Jason P says, Charlie, thank you for being awesome. Charlie is awesome. You ain't nuts, Lemon. We all understand you. It's true, Razor. We do understand you, Lennon. Razor's right. Brock Bandy, Death Spiral, Dragon's Breath are the hottest I've had. Waiting on my pre-metallics to turn red. See, those are both peppers that are right up there with a Reaper. Are they both hotter than Reaper? No. Are they as hot as Reaper? Yep, I would say. I've not had anything to give me tears or a runny nose yet. Bizzle, you loaded up with stuff that can do the job if that's what you're looking for. If that's what you're hunting for, I mean, you just got to handle that make sure they're handling it with supreme caution, for real. Nathan Boyd, tacos. Boy, that sounds good. Waiting on Fresh Pod, says Llama. Llama wants to burn. Isn't that a great thing? That you like that? There's some people that are scared of it. Would you say the jump from Scorpion to Reaper is large? No. In fact, I've had Scorpions that were hotter than Reapers. Promise you. I ate a Scorpion in London with Josh Rommel. And it was like, I don't think I've ever had a Reaper as hot as that Scorpion was. That was still to this day, one of the top 5 hottest peppers I think I've ever eaten. One pepper gave Josh was the New Zealand champion. One pepper gave him calf cramps. Had him on the floor. So, yeah, it's not a jump at all. In fact, that's not even really a jump, to be honest with you, Galactic Yachts, Scorpion, and Reaper. It's not really much of a jump. Hit that thumbs up, says Catfish Redneck. First thing I did. My garden's full of pods waiting for ripes. I love that. I'm excited for you, Catfish Redneck. Jim Justice, I'm glad you survived that creeper. You would have been fine. Listen, here's the thing. Anybody in this chat could have eaten that creeper. It would have hurt you. It hurt me. It would have hurt you. But everybody would survive it, and everybody would remember that till the day they die. I'll remember that pepper till the day I die. Not just because of the heat, but because it's a super significant pepper. Like in pepper lore, pepper history, that's a really significant pepper, and I got to eat it first. I mean, it's kind of exciting. Andrew Brown, there's my bro. No way. You got to tell Chance I said hi. If Chance is listening, hello, Chance. Bro, that pepper, right? 2 peaks, migratory burn, and stupid hot. You'd love it. You really would. You know, when I cut that thing open, I was so afraid I cut open 1 seed would drop. Because even if I picked it up real quick, someone would say, he planned that. But fortunately, when I cut it open, no seeds fell out. It was perfect. Nathan Boyd, chocolate scorpion fajitas. Ooh, that sounds good. You're going to get me in trouble. I'm recording it. You know, I'm watching you closely, you know. Here's what it is. Just so you know, you've been timed out twice now by people who have judgment of Solomon. You got to do me a favor and listen. If they put you in timeout again, it'll be the last time you leave a comment on my channel. Okay? Play nice. Don't make me pull out the chainsaw. Malicious 7 Deadly Seeds. How I felt about that chocolate primatale. Right, girl? You know what? Super impressive. You blew me away that you did that. It's a super hot pepper. It really is. Would I ever do plutonium-9 again? Eva Lama asks. Yes, I plan on it. It's already in the works. How about that? I can't talk anymore about it, but it's going to happen. Robert Suter, I've never been killed by a pepper yet. Not yet, man. I'm looking for that pepper, though. Andrew, you're everywhere, says Newton. Sad day today. My bottle of Hot Ones Apollo's empty. Oh, Alan, that's a drag, dude. The Vertigan's Lifestyle. Love the name. Haven't seen your name before here. What's the hottest chili I ate? This equals the hottest pepper I've ever eaten. It's a Louisiana Creeper, created by Primo's Peppers, Troy Primo. Since you asked, and I happen to have one handy, that's the hottest pepper. I remember that video, Melissa. It was brutal. Yep. Yep. I missed the bomb sauce. It was so good. Really? Can I tell you something special and no one be offended in this thread? Please. You're the first person I've ever spoken to that said they like the bomb. It's cool. Love it. I know some people who love Dave's Insanity Sauce. You still play guitar? Vertigan's Lifestyle? That one right there, one right there. I was playing right before we turned the camera on. Play every day. The flavor got me first. You know what? To me, and there's a great smokiness. Sometimes you eat Melissa's Sedley Devon seeds. Sometimes you eat chocolate pods, and I don't pick up like a smoky note. But with the chocolate primatales, they're super smoky. Johnny, never heard of a pepper burning you twice. Actually, this pepper could burn you 3 times. You can get a couple false peaks today and burn you tomorrow. Will your tolerance last as the best ever? No. Oh, come on, Josh. Thank you for saying that. No, there's 100 people with a tolerance way higher than mine. I just talk better when I'm in pain than they do. And I think, here's the thing. I really like it. I watch a lot of guys do it, and I really wonder why they're doing it because I can tell they don't seem to be enjoying it. No, so I kind of wonder why. I really like it. I mean, I like doing it. If there was no YouTube, you think I wouldn't be eating peppers? You think I just, all right, YouTube's done. I don't eat peppers anymore. I was eating them before YouTube. I'll eat them after. So which tastes better, the Creeper or the Primatale? You know what, Andrew? That's a good question. I think if I had them side by side, it would be a way better. I'd be a better chance. You know what I mean? But you know, the creeper is so fresh in my mind. You know what I mean? So I really need to have the two side by side to check. It'd be a good thing to check out and see which one's better. That'd be interesting. I get pepper amnesia. Malicious seven deadly seeds. That's so funny. I've had that. I've had that only a few times in the very beginning. You get peppermint. Do you find and you discover it when you watch a video and you see something you forgot that you forgot you did? Is that when you notice it? That's funny. I've never heard anybody else say that. Pepper amnesia. It's a thing. It's your scrambles your brain, man. Throws you off. I split a ghost pepper with my daughter last week. No way. That's so cool. I was interested in a way to bond. It's a wonderful way to bond. Technodrone. I bond with my kids that way. I bonded with my dad that way. That's beautiful. I love that comment. For real. Bizzle, did you like Hydra or Oscar? I can't spell his real name. Oh, Oscar, yeah. Um, I love Oscar. Oscar's a great sauce. It's Exoresco is the actual name of it. And everybody in the chili community on the inside, we all call it Oscar because years ago somebody was texting a friend of theirs and they were trying to buy some trying to find some Exoresco. So they said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm trying to buy some Exoresco." And it said in the chat, the voice to text didn't do it right, and it picked it up as Oscar. So they made a joke out of it and kept calling it Oscar. It just spread really fast. Now everybody calls it Oscar. If you say I had some Oscar, and if you say what's Oscar, they're like, "You don't know what Oscar is?" Yeah, Oscar. That's funny. Oscar. It's a funny story, you know. Subtle eel. I can't wait till my daughter is old enough to split a pepper with. Start them off with pepper and chili like my dad did. They're not that hot when they're little. They'll get here. What? How many? Look, anybody has kids? You all do. I want to try. Every they're like little animals. You're eating something, they want to immediately eat what you're eating. You know, that's what I did with my dad. I'm like, let me try it. Let me try it. Let me try it. Let me try it till he tapped out and gave it to me. Just tap out sometime and give in. Let them have one. Just wait till they're old enough. You know. Elmer Fudd, a Vertican Lifestyle. Elmer's good, I guess. I haven't talked to him in a while. He must be busy. I haven't talked to him in many, many months. But I love him. I have a great love for that guy. I always will. I always like looking for what peppers looked like inside since before I knew soup rots existed. Interesting, Dizzy. I think the insides of peppers are magical looking. I can get lost. It's like looking at the stars. You know, you look up at the. I remember the first time I looked at the. I was in the North Island of New Zealand. All my NZ friends in the chat are going to love this. I was on the northern part of the New Zealand, and at Cliff's house, and we just got there, and we walked inside. We got out, and I mean, like, you know what messes your sight of the sky of the stars? It's city lights ruin it for you. You ever go to the country where there's no lights? Well, I was in the northern part of NZ, and there was no. His nearest neighbor is 5 kilometers away, so there's no lights anywhere. So when you look up, it looked like you took a bucket of paint and just. I mean, you could see the Milky Way. Like I've never seen anything like it before. I stood there for probably 40 minutes, man. It was way past a half hour. I just stood there staring at the sky. He came out twice. You coming in, Johnny? I'm like, yeah, I'll be in a minute. I must have seen 20 shooting stars. It's a type of clearness, a type of clarity, and that you just don't get anywhere else. And I get that wonderment, that same feeling looking into the stars. I do looking inside of the pepper. I swear, I know it sounds like I'm crazy, but I do. And the difference inside of a chocolate pod and oh, I had a pot. I can't tell you. You'll see it. Just watch the show and you'll see it. There's a pod. I'm not gonna. I cut it open, and when I tell you that it ran out, when I like almost like a half a Robbie dropper, not making it up, ran out. I put my hand like this, and it poured onto my hand. You'll see it. That that was like it took my breath away. I couldn't believe it. You'll see me geek out if I don't know if they edited that part out. If they left it in, you'll see me geek out like a freak about this because it was amazing. So I see stuff like that. It flips me out. Chance is the reason we met. He made me grow at Ecos. Definitely a family affair. Andrew Brown. You know, it's funny. I met Chance. How many years ago was that, dude? That was a long time ago. 6 years ago, I think, something like that. A long time ago. And his son was Chance was a little guy. Now Chance is a man. working, got a job. It's crazy. Do an impromptu pepper for us, said Josh Collins. You know what? The only peppers I have in my immediate grasp are these. And I'm going to eat all three of these tomorrow, one after the other, and see what kind of a burn I can get from three of these things. And hopefully, one of these is going to be hotter than the one I ate today. Oh, it's totally possible, you know? It really is. Andrew Brown, first year of the channel. You know, the channel turned 7 in a couple months, bro. Isn't that crazy? 7 years old. That means we'll be entering season 8. That was really funny. I used to think it was a great time to start a channel because I already had the white beard. You know, if I started like my son, you guys watched my son grow up. He was a little guy. Now he's 6'3". You know, he's a grown man, got a job. You know what I mean? It's a big dude. I started the channel. I was already older, so I didn't think it was. I thought that was the perfect time to start a channel. However, I looked back and saw a picture of me online or somewhere. I saw a picture of me, and there was so much black hair in my mustache, and I'm so much more white than I used to be. I'm in my Gandalf the White stage of my career. Remember the scene where he goes into the caves and he says, "I have no memory of this place." It's kind of like me. I'm like the Gandalf the White of the pepper community. It's a 3-pot challenge, says Al McGee. It does. It do indeed. Have you talked to yourself in the jet boat while you're here yet? No, I'm not doing the jet boat, NZ. There's no way I'm doing that. Seriously, I'll jump out of a plane. I'll do some ratchet, crazy things. I'm seriously. I got chutzpah, but I don't have the kind of chutzpah it takes to sit in one of those boats. No way. No. Have you ever done it? That's not something you've done. You just want to see me get scared. SG, they go from mild to hot, says Mind Games. Eva Lama, my 14-year-old son, is on the wall of fame. You got to love the wall of flame. I love that. For eating what, man? Catching this a little bit late, Riverdale. It's all right. I started early. I started over an hour ago. So we're going to go until 10. I decided to do it a little early because it was an exceptional day. So some funny stuff happening in the chat. You know that? Josh Collins, I'm really not going to eat one of these peppers. Seriously, I have a thing I'm doing tomorrow. 7. Wow. Chance got his license last Thursday. Oh, way. Wow, dude. That would be a trip. He was a little kid. He was a young guy, man. That's bizarre. Like Riley Rose down in Florida. She was 4. She was a 4-year-old girl. Now she's 8. And she's like, this is it happened fast. It happened fast. Narcoleptic Chili Wawa Productions. Chihuahua. Yes, don't miss it. I won't. I've done it twice, brother. It's amazing. You wouldn't regret it. I'm not doing it. Not a chance. No way, man. You know why? Because it'd be the one time after 7 years or after 20-year run of, it's 17,000 days without a workplace error. I'll get in one of those boats and some knucklehead will crash it into a rock or something. I've seen the videos, man. I've seen the videos. You understand? I've seen them. You can't pull the wool over my eyes. I've watched the videos. They're horrifying. They're horrifying. They cut in a jet boat in a river. I would be cool in an ocean. I wouldn't do that on the open ocean, on a big giant lake. I certainly wouldn't do that in a river. No siree. I'll tell Balrog, you shall not pass. Exactly right. The Heat legend himself. I don't know who you're speaking about, Russell Lamstair. It's Johnny Scolo, man. Well, seriously, a pinto bean and a chickpea. Keep it clean, Josh. Yeah, I knew you were going to do that. Man, if I just caught it's me. That falls on me. Sorry, people. Evil Eye, I'm waiting on the new one chip. Yep. Hey, I got to tell you, address this. You're trying so hard tonight, and I appreciate the great effort you're making. Johnny, you're still on my side, you say. I appreciate that. But I want you to know something. Were you worried that I'd dry up like a dead leaf and blow away if you weren't? I'm 7 years doing this. My skin is 7-year YouTube thick. You got to get it with a chisel to draw blood on me, dude. I mean it. You ever skydive again? Absolutely. The Vertican lifestyle. I had one planned for NZ, but it got squashed because of COVID. But I'm right out as soon as I get to Australia, I'll be doing one. Bree and I are gonna do one. She's totally game. So, oh sir, how much the jet boat is a no-no? It's such a no-no, dude. You have no idea. Like I'll do wicked no-no. Like I'm gonna do wingsuit. That's one of the things that's on my bucket list. I have to. I'm gonna do some wingsuit flying. But that's a no-go. What's my favorite guitar riff? You know, I was having Razor. Just before the video started, I was playing "God of Thunder" by Kiss. Ah, such a good song. It's a great riff. I fell in love with that riff. It's really an easy song to play too. I fell in love with that riff. I was a kid. I was little, man. What year did Destroy come out? Hey Siri, what year did Kiss Destroyer come out? I'm old. Holy crap. Do you know what year Kiss Destroyer came out? I'm not even going to say it. Thank you, Seagull. Thank you, Seagull. So I fell in love with that riff a long time ago. That's it. You know, you're done, pal. You are done. Hide user from this channel. That's it. You had your chance, and now you're blocked for all of eternity. And I mean that. Because I'm going to die and no one's going to unblock you. And you were warned. You were warned. I hope everybody in the chat is paying attention. I'm the nicest bloke you're going to come across, but if you're a dick to me, I'm going to win. I swear to God every time. Chase me. Chase me. And if you walked in here and knocked on my door, you'd want a picture or sign something. That's crazy. You can't control yourself. 76 is when it came out. 76. The bicentennial year. Do you guys, I remember that? Good Lord. Thank you, Mind Games. I'm sorry that he was doing that. So it won't happen again. I was trying to be nice. He was just being a tool. That's all. Boy, there's classic stuff on that album. You know what? I shouldn't do this because I'll screw it up. There. Here's the real miracle. I've had that pick for 2 years now. That's standard E tuning. It's just a really gnarly riff. But I've had this one pick. This pick cost $25. I bought it. It's the best pick I've ever had. It's the only pick I play with. Anyway, you did miss the Creeper review. Holy monkey. You have no idea how good that pepper was. It was amazing. Anyway, I did make a lot of mistakes playing that just then, so sorry. It was really impromptu. How do you keep a pick for that long? I'll tell you how I do it. I've got 200 of these. And there's one in I have a little Ridgeway wallet or the Ridgeline or whatever that wallet is. I have 2 in my wallet. So if I ever go somewhere and I need a pick, I got one always. I always have one in my pocket in case I don't have my wallet with me. So I always have this. But when I'm home, so out somewhere, I'll play this. But at home, if you guys play guitar and you want to try one, it's called Gravity. This is their Stealth 2.5 millimeter. And I'm telling you, it has the best feel, a different tone. It's beautiful. Razor Swazi's got a Rose V. Boy. You know what? That's comfortable. Here's the problem with the V. It's not that comfortable to play. It's more comfortable to play standing up than it is sitting down. But my Strandberg is way more comfortable sitting down anytime. It's just, I fall asleep with it on me. It's just so comfortable. Evil Llama had the album on 8-track. Thank you. Someone else is almost. How old are you, Evil Llama? Thank you. You just made my night. Made me feel a little bit better. I have a pick in my wallet that my dad used. Wow, that's very cool, Holy Monkey. I'd take it out of your wallet and put it somewhere where you won't lose it. I would die if I lost that. Oh, I lost this pick for about a day and a half. And in the day and a half, while I couldn't find it, I didn't play my guitars. I really like that. No, this is a, who asked that? Vertigan's Lifestyle. This is a close Flying V. But wait, what makes this guitar cool is that the neck is made of carbon fiber. There's no wood on the neck at all. The entire neck is carbon fiber. And the pickguard is carbon fiber. So it just has a really interesting feel. You feel vibration through the fingerboard. I mean, just feels really good. Here's the truth of it. To be really, really honest, that's my favorite sounding guitar of all of them. But that's my favorite as far as being comfortable. Like I can play that for 6 hours nonstop and never get tired. That I can't play for more than 20 minutes and I'm putting it down. Holy Monkey had it since he was 18. Keep it forever, bro. It's important. I got an Explorer on the way. Excited for a new guitar day. Whoa, Balaka is getting an Explorer. Can I tell you something? I wanted one forever. Forever. It's such a. Do you know the year that the guy designed the Explorer body is the same year they designed the Flying V. Do you know what year that was? Does anybody know? Because I'll tell you, and you're going to be stunned. If you're not a guitar person, you're like, what? Yeah. Oh, no, 1957. I thought you were saying 53. 1957, they designed the body of the Gibson Explorer and the Gibson Flying V. If they rolled it out today, it's still ahead of their time. For real. It really is. It's an amazing guitar. But it's big. It's big. It's long. It's a really long guitar. That's my favorite thing about this one is it's so short. It feels like a guitar for like what's the video game? It seems like a video. It's such a toy, but it still feels like a tank, even though it's so small. This is my favorite. I really love this one a lot. I just became a brand ambassador for a new guitar company also. I'll be showing you a new guitar pretty soon. It's kind of a cool one, but I'm not telling you about it yet. Holy Monkey's got a Jackson Sourville I've had since I was 13. Wow, what year is it? Keep it. Don't ever get rid of it. 57, best year for the Flying V. Yep. Narcoleptic Chihuahua Productions. Jimmy played a V. Yep, he sure did. He played a V. He played an SG. I saw a picture of him playing a Les Paul. How cool is that? The picture of him playing a black Les Paul Custom, a Black Beauty, backwards, upside down. Pretty cool. Play some Judas Priest. You know what's funny about Judas Priest? You guys want to hear something funny about Judas Priest? I played on the channel like 80 or 90 songs. That's it. When I play the song, I'm done. That's it. I upload the video. That's it. The first time I did a Judas Priest song, I don't remember which song it was. Living After Midnight. I don't know which song it was. I think it was Living After Midnight. The second it's done uploading, I get a notification from YouTube. I got a strike. They're like, look, you can take a strike, or you can share your share your revenue with Judas Priest. What do you want to do? I'm like, I guess I'm in business with Judas Priest. So I've played songs from so many different bands. The only bands who've ever come after me was Judas Priest and Black Sabbath are the only ones who came after me. They didn't really come after me. They said, "Look, man," I took it as a compliment. They recognized it. I mean, I'm playing. It's not an album, and they play some Pantera. I can play a little bit of Pantera. Judas Priest is fun. It's a fun band. Rock band. Thank you, Wes. I was having a brain cramp. You needed more of these live videos. Vertigan's Lifestyle. I do one every night, every single night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It usually goes. It's usually just an hour from 9 to 10. I went a little bit early today because it was just an exceptional day. I had an unboxing of that wonderful gift from my friend Tracy and Michelle Freeman. I want to show you guys these again. I ate a great pepper today. It's a great day all around. So I want to come on a little bit early, but I do every single night. I'm live for at least, and sometimes I don't go a full hour. I'll be honest. Sometimes I'm tired. I dump it after 30 minutes or 40 minutes, but usually it's an hour. Doing this a long time now, you know. How many videos have we done? Let's figure that number out. We're staying at 4,788 videos. I was thinking about this. I was talking about Ellie Beast the other day. He has 550 million views on 461 videos. That's why he's a legend. Think about that. I've made 4,700 videos. I've got 22 million views. He's got 550 million views on only 461 videos. That's mind-boggling. Those are some ridiculous numbers. You listen to his riffs, no one compares. Who, NZ? Hold on, who's he talking about? Oh, Pantera, yeah. He was, yeah, I wasn't over Dimebag dying, and then Vinny dies. I was like, that's ridiculous, man. John Harding, 1979. Good to see you, John. Eric Odom, good to see you. Chasing the Pepper High and Chasing Dreams. Good to see you, dude. Thanks for being here. Catfish Red has 1.5 on 690. Listen, it takes time, you know. I remember I got the first 100 views on, like, I couldn't believe it. And I'm still shocked by all this. You're uncut and raw. That's the thing. Here's the deal. When I started, I wasn't trying to be cutting edge or anything. That's been the trend is all going to way more raw. Everything used to be so highly edited. They're getting away from that. People are getting away from that crazy editing. They want to see some more raw. Floyd Rose is awesome if you know how to tune it right. I'll tell you what, I like this better. I played with the Floyd Rose. It just doesn't go out of tune ever. Ever, ever, ever. Like I've gone on vacation to visit my brother, be gone for a week and a half. I come back and it's barely out of tune at all. I mean, almost still in tune. Although I'll tell you what, the close is pretty good too. But this is great because it doesn't have a headstock. So what you do is you put the strings in there, right in here. All right. You slide them in here, and then you lock them down with these nuts, and then snip them off. And then you just tune it here. Life is so much better. Let me tell you something. If you've ever played one, it's a smarter guitar design. It just is. I would have been 10 times the guitar player I am now if I had this when I was a kid, because I never would have stopped playing. I never would have put it down. That's the truth. You want to have a guitar, you don't want to stop playing, and that they got to figure it out. Diamond Vinny, I know, brutal SJ. You have to. Super Dayman, but here's the thing. They're not cheap. They're not cheap. But they sound great, and they're beautiful. They feel... I didn't even show you the best part about it is the neck. Do you see that? There's see that strip of wood that goes down the center of the neck right here? It follows your hand as you play guitar. As you're playing, it follows where your thumb needs to be. So it's the most comfortable thing to play, and it's square. There's like flat lines on it. It's just absolutely so different. If I play bar chords on my Flying V, after 10 minutes, my hand's tired. I can play bar chords for 4 hours on my Strandberg, and my hands never get tired, ever. It's just a smarter design. It takes 2 minutes to change the strings. That's not true. It takes Honest to God, I have them stringed in tune in 5 minutes, like that. It totally looks like a Guitar Hero guitar. It totally does. You know what it weighs? It weighs 4 pounds. It's just so light. But at the same time, I swear to you, it feels like it's a tank. It does. It just feels like a beast of a guitar. If I had to get rid of that or burn all my others, I'm telling you, I'd burn my others before I got rid of that one. I swear to you, I would. Aesthetically, the maple neck. Yeah, the maple neck is cool. I like the feel of an ebony neck more, though. Listen, we're talking about guitars. People are like, I thought this was a Pepper channel. What are they doing? Why are you doing that? Dizzy says, "Oh, just the beginner ERG 121 Yamaha. I don't know too much about them." You know what? I remember when I first started learning how to play, I was struggling with it. I said to someone I was a bad guitarist, and he said, "There's no such thing. There's inexperienced guitarists, but there's no such thing as a bad guitarist. It's just how much experience you have." The neck on the close is very, very similar to a Gibson, like a neck of a like a 60s Gibson. Very, very similar. In fact, I think they did. It's the same scale as a Gibson, like a Les Paul scale. It's 25 and 24 and 5/8 or whatever it is, 3/4. So it has a Les Paul scale. But the fingerboard looks like it's ebony, but it's not. It's some composite, but it feels just like ebony. Give me your best 2000s rock song. Only one. I'm bad. I shouldn't have even read the question because now I have to deal with it. It's just like saying, "What's your favorite pepper?" If I was 20 years old, it'd be an easy question to answer. I'm too old. I've heard too many songs. I've eaten too many peppers. I don't know. Johnny, your guitar playing and your shared experiences has wanted me to get into this hobby. My wife taught herself to play the acoustic guitar, so I want to do the same, but electric. You know what? Now's a glorious time to learn how to play guitar. When I learned, a buddy showed me like 3 or 4 chords, and that was it. So then what I did was I had a D, A, C, G. Those are the only chords I knew how to play. So then this is like back in early. This is so embarrassing. This is back in MTV video days. Back when they actually played videos, and I would go to work all day, and I had a VCR, the cassette. I would pop the VCR, and I had a TV, and I would just set it up to play to tape 6 hours of. It was a 6 hour cassette, and I would put 6 hours of MTV on it. When I'd come home from work, and I'd fast forward till I found a song I wanted to learn how to play, that I would turn the volume off completely because I knew the song. And I would just watch his hands in super slow mo, and I'd watch the dude's hands. And I'd back it up. I'd watch his hands and back it up again. And that's how I kind of learned how to play. So I didn't really teach myself. I watched somebody else. Everybody else taught me. Like Angus Young taught me how to play guitar. It's kind of how it worked. Hot Peppers and Guitar Talk. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Exactly. MTV played music? Is that funny? Man, those were great days. It's crazy. I knew we were off the rails in the bushes when they stopped playing music. I'm like, what? Wait, what? It's just crazy. MTV waiting 4 hours for one good song to come on instead of the same 10 pop song they played nonstop. Right, Jeff? Dude, I went to listen to this. I was in Russia once. I was staying at the Olympic Hotel in Moscow, and I was there for like a week. I was there for a long time, but I was only in that hotel for like a week. And they had TV set up, and the TV was. You should have seen these TVs. Anyway, they had one station that had anything that was you could bear. I couldn't. I spoke Russian like a 2-year-old, so I couldn't really understand a whole lot. I could understand stuff, but couldn't not quick enough to respond to anybody. And so the only station was MTV. It was the only channel we watched. But here's the thing: they were like they don't have five. They had like 5 or 6 songs, and that was it. That was it. And they would just play them in a loop. And we were watching after about 2 hours. I'm like, dude, this is like the third time we've heard this song in like an hour. What's going on? And then we figured it out. There was just 5 or 6 songs they played. Black Hole Sun was one of them. I learned how to play that song just from watching that video. too many times in a Russian hotel. I love how they conversations slowly move music and they never realize. Isn't that terrible, Dizzy? I'm sorry. You know how rude that is of me because there's so many people that don't give a rip about any of that. But oh, look at this. It's the top of the hour, people. I'm still in love with this watch. Such a great watch. If you guys ever want to buy a birth watch, like a watch the year you were born, go reach out to my brother. That's a watch he gave me. It's a 1966. It's as old as I am. It's an Omega Constellation Pi Pan crosshair. And it's just in perfect shape. So if you ever want to get a birth watch, it's kind of a cool concept. You get a watch. It doesn't matter what if you're 12 years old. It's like, you're young. But when you get to be my age, you get a birth watch. It's like, no way. That watch was made. This watch was made the month before I was born. Because we can look at the time he looked up the serial number. So he knows the day it was actually made. It was made in the month, 1 month prior to my birth. It's kind of cool. Dizzy, if you truly like what you are talking about, you can turn anyone into a fan of any hobby. Huh. Get some people playing guitar now. I love good watches, but I've learned I'm not a better man with a watch. That's a fact. That's a fact. In fact, you want to say, if my brother hadn't got this for me, do you think I ever would have spent the money on this that he did? You can buy 3 really good guitars for what this watch costs. But it was a very, very thoughtful gift from my baby brother. Guys, it is 3 minutes, 4 minutes or so past the hour. We are done. We're going to wrap it up. We did a long one tonight. I love you guys so much. Tracy, Michelle Freeman, I love you guys. Thank you for that wonderful bobblehead. I love it. I will cherish it. It'll end up on a shelf in Australia. So I love you. Thank you guys. Thank all of you for being here. Thanks to all you guys, all my bus pass holders, all of you. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Troy Primo, for these. And don't miss tomorrow, because tomorrow I get to eat all 3 of these. What a special day tomorrow is going to be. So be kind to somebody. Let's tell somebody tomorrow that you love them. You can even do it tonight when you hang up the phone or the phone. When you turn off the live stream. Be the difference in somebody's day. I love you guys. Let's keep Dennis in our prayers, by the way. He's still not out of the woods yet. He's still pretty sore. So if you don't know Dennis, he's one of our buddies. He's recovering from heart surgery. So keep him in your thoughts. You guys are great. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Chase the